Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers. We're here at Bite Me Burger in DIFC, and joining me today is a very, very special guest. And of course, we're talking about none other than Svetlan Diab from Avec Crystal. Hello and a very warm welcome. How are you doing, Svetlana?
Hi, very well. Happy.
It's such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for this fancy introduction.
It's the truth, actually. And I love the name of your company, Avec Crystal, which in French, it's a French name, and translated into English means with crystals.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about Avec Crystal.
So Avec Crystal is a little homegrown business that I started myself a couple of years ago. It started with a hobby. It started with the moment that I fell in love with crystal world, and I attended a lot of courses on lithotherapy, which is healing your body with crystals. So lithos is an ancient Greek word, basically on how you can heal your body or heal any kind of disease by using the natural crystals instead. So when I got into this, I realized that it's my path. It's actually something that I was looking for all my life, and I get very excited about it, but I was very shy to step out because I didn't have like a professional education at this time, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I thought, oh, I'm not the gemologist, I'm not the geologist, why people should trust me. But with great support of my friends, I started that business, and I am so happy I did.
I'm glad that you did, because a lot of people out here, especially in the Middle East, definitely need crystals. Now, getting back to crystals, why is it important to have crystals in our life?
I think first of all because people don't realize that we are in essence crystals. So I'd like to give you a really cool example. So this crystal, this beautiful blue heart, is natural apatite from Madagascar. Our bones are made from the same crystal as this one. So we are, of course, so we are walking crystals in a way. Our teeth are made of crystals. So in our brain, there is an area called pineal gland that is responsible for our sixth sense, for our vision, for a lot of things, for when we're dreaming in the night. There's a little crystal inside there. So we are, in essence, crystalline human beings, and we don't realize that. And Mother Nature is incredibly smart. So for every organ, for every area in our body, there is a crystal somewhere in the world that would have the same energy wave, that can help us in our day-to-day life.
Absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit more about the different types of crystals that are out there and how the human being can actually benefit from them.
Well, there are thousands.
Exactly. There are thousands, and I'm sure it would take us more than a month to just name them.
Yeah.
But the main ones, the essential ones.
The essential is quartz.
Quartz.
So quartz is what it's what we begin with. So quartz is made of silica dioxide. Mm-hmm. So is the earth crust. I would say it's maybe 80% silica dioxide. So in a romantic way, we are floating on a crystal ball through the universe.
I
like that as well. I think it's such a beautiful vision. So quartz is what surrounds us everywhere, and we don't realize it. Our watch, our clock at home are functioning on quartz. The first
mobile screen.
Yeah, mobile screen, LCD screens. All the memory chips in the computers originally were designed by using quartz. Even the keyboard that it was used, there was quartz. Well, there was silica inside, basically the extraction from quartz. That it's really, really everywhere.
That's amazing.
And it's super programmable stone that has almost infinite memory capacity. And people just started to learn how to use it for their benefits. And this is one of the reasons why, because of quartz, now our computers can have this infinite amount of memory storage. Before that was not possible.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. So Svetlana, tell us a little bit more about the importance of rose quartz.
Rose quartz is the best crystal to start with. So if somebody comes to me and say, "Oh, I'm feeling very drawn to crystals. What is my starter kit?" Especially if it's a woman, I would always suggest starting with a rose quartz. Rose quartz is all about healing your heart chakra, your heart center. So when we're talking about self-love, unconditional love, romantic love, healing any wound that comes all the way from your childhood, broken heart, maybe even if you have trust issues with your partners. So rose quartz is really your go-to stone. Another amazing thing about it, so the energy that the stone emits is very soothing, so you never get tired of it. So even if you put it in your bedroom on your nightstand, you would sleep very well. You can put it in your kids' room, it's okay, because actually there's a lot of restrictions on which crystals you can put for kids, because they're very hyper by nature already.
That's true.
But rose quartz can be anywhere, anytime. It's in abundance in the world. It's mined in a lot of countries, so it's available in any metaphysical shop you go to, and you can be a really, really, really great friend of yours.
Beautiful. I'm definitely planning on getting one of those for myself. Now moving on to this beautiful stone over here.
Oh, that's a fantastic stone. That's selenite. So selenite, wouldn't say it is a starter kit, frankly speaking. It's one of the softest crystals available. It's actually gypsum. If I put it now in water, after a couple of hours it'll dissolve.
Oh.
But at the same time, it has one of the most angelic vibrations. And if you look at it, like if you see how the light is shining, and if you would want to imagine your crown chakra or your soul star chakra, or when we meditate and we imagine this white light coming through us, I think it's very much the light that we can see in selenite. So this crystal can be a bridge with the divine, a bridge with communication with higher realms, with your guiding angels. And the most incredible thing about this stone, it's one of the stones that self-heals. So a lot of crystals, they need care. You need to cleanse them energetically, you need to charge them a little bit to make sure that they really work in full capacity. But selenite just does all the job.
It's
very, very self-sustainable crystal.
It's beautiful, and I love the engraving that you've that's on it.
No, I didn't do it. There's a beautiful lady in the United States who does that, but
it's beautiful. We call that in Arabic kaf Fatma, which is that palm, the hand of Fatma. It's beautiful, beautiful.
I thought it's Hamza.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or Hamza hand. But it's good to know, no? Okay.
So now, you were saying about the cleansing of the stones.
Yes.
What's the process? I mean, I've heard of many different ways, but what is the proper way?
To be honest, again, long story, because crystals are very different in their structure, so what is good for one crystal is really bad for another crystal. There is one safe way that works for all of them, which is smudging. Smudging is something that exists in all cultures, from Arabs that have wood to Russians that have camphor, for example, in their churches. So the most popular things that people use nowadays in the New Age spiritual community is sage, which grows, well, in a lot of countries, predominantly they bring it from the United States, white sage, the dried. The tradition of smudging came from Native Americans initially, which was to remove all the negative energies, the dark spirits out of your space. So smudging is good not only for the crystals, but for the house where you live, for your home, for your car. Why not?
Absolutely.
It's always good to cleanse your area. Where you spend your time the most. Then there's Palo Santo, which I'm in love with. It's wood that comes from South America.
Okay.
And it smells divine when you burn it. And you need to know where you buy these things from, because you need to make sure it's ethically harvested. That you are not really damaging the environment. So there are a lot of companies that harvest.
I was just going to ask you, how does one actually get hold of these items?
To be honest, well, it's available with me, and it's available. Even if you just go to Google and you go to Amazon.com, you'll find it there.
But we can get it from Avec Christophe.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, I always have it. it's always great to have to get it if you travel a lot. Not now, but in the future, we all hope we're going to travel a lot again.
Absolutely.
Say you're going to states, and you know the state, like the grow sage there. Of course, buy it there. You know, it would be very price friendly there. You're going to Latin America. You're flying to Peru. You're flying to Chile. You're flying to Colombia. Get the Palo Santo there from the market. It will be, from the first hands. It's amazing. I always encourage people to check. If you're into spirituality, if you're into crystals and all of this world, check the country you travel to. They might have a source of certain, item. It's always good to get it from the source.
Absolutely. So Svetlana, tell us a little bit more about your involvement with IWES, the International Women's Entrepreneur Society.
I love women. We all do.
Yes, we do.
That's why we're here. I want to change the way women treat each other. It's very important. When I was born, my mother used to tell me you shouldn't have women in your home when you're married, because a woman can be a potential enemy or a threat or can break your family. And I think it's such a wrong thing. In essence, a woman will understand another woman better. A woman will support another woman better. So I want to see that sisterhood bond, especially in business. When you are passionate about what you do, when you love what you do, you will succeed. I don't believe in competition. Even if you're working in the same field, I'm unique in my own way. There will be another shop that will be very unique in their own way. If we support each other, if we stand for each other, if we help to even promote each other, we will benefit greatly from it. And I think this is what this organization is doing right now. It's encouraging women to stand up, stand out, and support each other.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Svetlana. Svetlana, what message do you have for the viewers that are watching us right now? What would you say to them?
I love my family, so I think my message would be based on the history of my own family. My phenomenal great-grandmother, bless her soul, she started her career when she was in her late 40s. So she became a teacher of opera singing. And she couldn't do it before because it was First World War, Second World War. At that time, women were surviving, not creating, not living their dreams, to be honest. So she started doing professionally what she was doing in her late 40s. And she resigned at 93. And she almost carried on doing it for 50 years. Incredible career with fantastic singers all over the world. And she was a living example that it's never too late to start, and if it's your true passion, if it's what you love, you will succeed. No matter what the competition is, no matter if you have a budget for it, you don't have a budget. When you're passionate about what you do, it's very contagious. People see that you really believe in what you do, so you can't fake it. And when people see that, it's so attractive, it's so addictive, so they would want to invest in your brand, they would want to buy from you. So do what you love. Don't be afraid to change your career. Don't be afraid to start all over again. Never too late.
Beautiful words. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Svetlana.
You're welcome.
It's been a true pleasure finding out more about you.
Thank you.
And chatting with you this morning on today's show.
Thank you.
And wishing you continued growth and success in all your future ventures.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for from Svetlan Diab. My name is Lara, signing off. Until next time.